Okay, and as you can see, all the cuties are now off my stick. So what you want to do now is you want to remove the stick. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these screws in the four corners of the stock stick, and we're going to remove them. And we'll take pliers if we need to get some extra leverage again. These are very, very tightly screwed into our casing. So I will try and keep the camera steady to show you the removal of one of these screws, just in case you have no idea how to use a screwdriver. I doubt anyone's like that, but once you see a little bit of elbow grease, they come right out. Okay, and now I have all the screws out, so we're going to remove the stick, which is very, very easy. You just pull it off. And I make a video of this just so no one will worry. People will think that since the bat top does not come off without actually removing the shaft itself, that you might have to take the E-clip off and remove the shaft. This is not necessary. The bat top has a smaller diameter than the base of the stick itself, so you're safe on this. All you have to do is just yank it out, and the same will be true of the actual Myoungshin Fanta that we're going to put into the stick. It will just slide back in. There will be no need to remove the shaft to make room. Alright, so next up we're going to do the buttons now that we have a flat surface on which to do it. Okay, and this is how the Myoungshin Fanta will ship. You will have the base and the stick. It will be separate. This is the way that Laugh ships his parts, as far as I know, unless he does differently on a big order, but I'm pretty sure that all of his Myoungshin Fantas and Taeyong Fantas or whatever stick you get from him is going to be disassembled. So this is how you're going to have to assemble it. First off, you have to take off the E-clip, which I will show you how to do. You grab the clip at the round end with a pair of needle nose pliers, pull it off, and you'll see that the E-clip has been removed safely and it's not broken. And now the shaft, now you want to take this piece off. This is the piece that hits the actuators for the micro switches. Now you take the shaft, make sure you don't drop the dust washer, and you want to push it into the stick area. Then you want to take the actuator piece, and you want to put it in between all the micro switches. Now, once again, we take the E-clip and we push it with our thumbnail. Well, I did earlier, but someone to do it right this time, so I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to use some force from the pliers. This is usually not that tough to do. And you gotta make sure that the little grooves that the E-clip goes in is protruding from the stick. And I'm having troubles getting this on. Okay, so now we've got it right where it needs to be. I'm going to take the pliers again. We're going to try this one more time. It's not wanting to work as easy as it did the last time. Okay. Until it clicks in place. And now we have a fully assembled Myoungshin Fanta. Sorry it took so long to make that video work. Okay, here's probably the toughest part of the Saulabi mod, and that's getting the buttons off. Now, I've already done a couple of them already, just because I've never actually done this, and I decided I was going to test that. But the thing you got to do is you've got to desolder all of the buttons before you can even take the circuit board off. And then you can remove the buttons. So what we do is we take the desoldering bulb or pump, depending on which one you got. I like this because you don't have to cock it before you pull the trigger. You can just hold it down. It's easier for someone with small hands like me. And then we take our soldering iron, make sure it has a fresh tip. This makes it easier to melt the solder and easier to get your bulb in. So then we take the iron and we hold it for only about 4 seconds, or else we risk pulling the contacts up. And this is a single-sided circuit board, so you don't want to lose the contacts, or else you're going to have to scrape off copper somewhere for alternate contact points, which makes it even tougher with a Saulabi. So we hold it down, hold the iron down for about 4 seconds, take it the bulb, press it in, and do some suction. You might have to do this multiple times for a single contact. And then you'll see the finished result. You will see a hole protruding from the soldering point that we just melted. So you want to actually be able to see a hole where the point is, and still see, you know, of course, the pins from the buttons in the middle of those holes. Now you'll probably still have a minor amount of solder connecting the pins to the soldering points, but we won't worry about that right now. We can loosen that up a little bit later. So I'm going to finish desoldering these buttons, and then we will continue with the tutorial.